We got Commanders, Lions. Lions are favored by 1 earlier, and you've got the over-under 48.5. Thoughts on this matchup?
I'm trying to figure out why the Lions are favored here. Like they looked okay as far as putting up points against the Eagles, but there are times where they're still lost, right? Like it's still hard to take the Lions there. Carson Wentz looked really good in week 1. It's in a dome, which I think helps Carson Wentz. He's not fighting the elements. Man, I think overall, I think I'm going to take the Commanders in this one to be able to come out with the victory. But it's going to be, I think this will actually be a pretty entertaining game. Like I like that 48.5. I'm going to say over. I think we're looking at another game kind of like what we saw with the Lions and the Eagles last week. It wouldn't surprise me if this game went north of 50 total. So it should be good for fantasy purposes. Wentz's matchup is good. The way that the Eagles were able to run the ball, I think, is good things for Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift both. Other side, for Antonio Gibson. And you'll see probably a little bit of J.D. McKissick run and everything else. But, Commanders and the over.
Gotcha. Did you also hit your prop on that one?
Didn't hit my prop on that one. So the prop I really like on that one is a Carson Wentz over 1.5 touchdowns. So I think, again, with this game, seeing it being over 50 total points, I think Wentz is able to find one or find, 2, maybe even 3 this game again after I had 4 last week. So obviously Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and then F1, you got plenty of options there.
I like it. I'm gonna differ on you a little bit though, right? You're calling for the Commanders for the win. I'm gonna call for a Lions victory on this one. I see this one being about a 27-24 Detroit victory, playing at home, getting the win. Dan Campbell's got that team gritty, so let's see what they can do here. But I see the over. I see Detroit with the win and the cover on that one. I really like that Carson Wentz prop that you throwed out there. Another one that I really liked was DeAndre Swift on the over 57.5 rushing yards. We just saw him go absolutely wild last week. I know he's dealing with a little bit of an ankle bug, it looks like, but looked like he did log a full practice today. And I do think that you're going to see him be able to really have another wonderful game in the rushing category against a Commanders team that had a tougher time slowing down that Jacksonville run last week. So I think that you're going to see a very, very fun game here. And really this game, what it comes down to is what quarterback is going to make the least amount of mistakes for me when it's all said and done, right? Is it going to be Carson Wentz that makes the least amount of mistakes? Is it going to be Jared Goff that makes the least amount of mistakes? Because last week, Jared Goff doesn't throw that pick six, there's a good chance Detroit gets out of that game last week with a win. So who's going to be more mistake-free play at the quarterback? I think that's who's going to end up winning this one overall here.